It's going to be very hard for me to participate in the next half hour of this show, knowing that the sun is going to go down and I could be facing 3 goddamn vampires.
Well,
in
we
here
have
all by myself.
We have the blinds here. We can kind of just take progress. Oh, look at that! What a beautiful sunset
beautiful
it is.
day. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day
How
here.
can you guys look upon it? How can you look upon it?
Can you imagine, Dalton, a world in which vampires have evolved to be able to withstand the sun's harmful rays because of global warming?
I can't imagine that world, and it sends a chill up my cowboy spine.
Because of the smog that pervades this fair city.
Goddamn city slickers! And your smog and your cars! You did this! You did this!
Well, welcome back to the show. We have, for at least another 20 minutes, I'd say, before the sun goes down, we have
Terrifying.
Dalton Wilcox, the cowboy poet, and this is kind of, is it safe to say this is your last will and testament, in a way?
I'm going to fight my way out of here. You better believe I am.
This may, though, be the last anyone ever hears of you.
No, there's no way old Dalton Wilcox is going to fight his way out of this vampire pit.
I feel like in agreeing to come to this show, you have accepted a challenge.
Yeah.
Sure I have. This is like Showdown at the OK Corral.
Yep.
It's 3-on-1.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Dustin's going to be of much help, to be honest.
Well, you got to pick a side. There's going to be a goddamn vampire-human fight in
He
here.
mostly just takes pictures of what we do.
Yeah, he records.
You're really just going to document the fight?
He records it, though. That's the part that we like later.
Yeah, we've got a YouTube channel.
You know what I mean? That's where we really get off. I don't really enjoy the kill. I enjoy watching
Just like
the
a
kill.
cowardly newspaper man in an old Western. He just stands by the side and captures it all and tell it later like he was.
He's more like the Undertaker who, comes out and measures you before the fight actually happens. And then he goes and makes the coffin.
How awful.
What an awful existence. I know
How
what you
awful.
mean. But Dalton, for your last few moments on Earth, I did want to kind of check in with you about another poem. And
I do. I have one more poem.
Okay, great.
This
Only
poem-
one. So there's only 3 in this book?
No, I only brought 3 along. It is a book full of witticisms and observations.
So you
and
didn't
poems,
bring a
humorous
copy
and
of the book?
otherwise. It is at the printers. They're printing it up right as we speak.
How many copies is your initial order?
Well, the initial order is 13 copies.
Oh, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yep.
Very unlucky number.
Damn it, I never thought about that. It was just how many slots they had in the book machine.
Guess who owns that book machine?
Who? Goddamn vampires! City slicking vampires!
All right, Dalton, let's hear this poem because I'm kind of interested in what kind of man you are and
All right.
how you'll taste.
This poem is called Also Mummies. In the sands of ancient Egypt, when a pharaoh died, they were wrapped in bandages while their kinfolk cried. They were buried with their treasures in pyramids of stone, and curses were placed on these crypts, the pharaoh's eternal home. But eons passed, and greedy men began to poke about in hopes of finding gold and taking that gold out. And in so doing, these greedy men stirred the pharaoh's curse just to get a bit of gold inside their gold piece purse. And now there's mummies roaming the plains, seeking revenge for ancient pains. A cowboy never knows when a mummy may appear, which will help explain his ever-present mummy fear, and why he sets fire to you first and then asks questions later. A mummy can look like a ranch hand or a waiter, or a sheriff or a child, or anyone a cowboy might meet in the wild. So many mummies who lived centuries ago meet their end at the hands of the cowboy, you know. Perhaps cowboys should be stationed at every crypt, buried deep beneath the pyramids of good old Egypt. Mummies, 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 mummies! So that's another poem that's in there about a serious problem that faces cowboys as mummies. And that poem is dedicated to old Pete Dawson and Lennox Wilder.
You seem to be
Boone Wilder and Cal Turner and Marlon Keaton and old Don Holt.
You seem to be kind of like a Van Helsing type, like a cowboy out there.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know who that is. But
I couldn't help but notice you rhymed stone and home.
Yeah, not good.
Can't do that.
Not
goddamn rhyme
good.
police. What you don't know about cowboy poetry is that it comes from a long tradition of illiterates out there on the plains. And
the only other cowboy poet I feel like I know is Garrison Keillor.
Oh, he's not. What the fuck? God damn it! That's not a cowboy
he's
poet.
Not a cowboy
Prairie
poet.
Home Companion. They've got some serious cowboy cred in
he's
that.
a dude
league.
who lives on a prairie. He's not a cowboy. To be a cowboy, correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's hear it.
But you got to be a guy who's out there on a horse.
Oh yeah.
Day to day, just mixing it up with the cows.
You're real good up to then, but yeah,
mixing it up with the cows.
You know what I mean? Rustling,
riding herd,
wrangling.
When's the last time you rode a horse? Herding cattle, so forth.
Oh my gosh, I do it all the time.
But when's the last time?
About, what is this, 2012?
Yep.
Would have been 1988.
So,
Okay, so wow, that's
when you say
quite
you
some
do-
time ago. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm a cowboy. A cowboy is a
Where do you
What
live?
have you been?
Where do you live?
Yeah.
What?
You know, where
Where do you
what
live?
town-
Where's your residence?
Well, right now I live in Manhattan.
What cross streets, though?
Wait,
This
in
is
New
important.
York City?
Huh?
New York City.
That's currently where I am living. They needed cowboys there.
Yeah. What do you have? An apartment?
Yep.
Like a loft? Like
Yeah.
a micro loft?
Well, at this particular moment, I am living in one of the dormitories at NYU because I have a girlfriend who is a student there. But that's just at this particular moment right now. So that's right over there overlooking Tompkins Square Park.
Oh.
Or no, not Tompkins.
How long have you
Washington
been in
Square,
New York?
Washington Square Park. I have been, well, let's see. She is a junior now, and I met her going into, 3 years. I've been there now, 3 years. Been a real good time.
Wow, what's her name?
Her name is Stephanie. And,
That's a pretty name.
yep.
Where'd you meet her?
Where did I meet Stephanie? I met Stephanie down at the in the meatpacking district down there in Manhattan.
What was she up-
Stephanie what?
Huh?
Stephanie, what's Stephanie's last name, just out of
You
curiosity?
sure? I don't know that I should tell you for the sake of her privacy.
We won't look her up. We
won't.
hardly ever get out there to New York
Her
City.
name is Stephanie Goldberg.
Oh, Jewish, nice Jewish girl.
No, she's not Jewish.
Wait a minute. I'm pretty
Scott.
sure.
Scott, I just Googled Stephanie Goldberg.
How did you do that so fast?
I
Because of
binged
Google.
it.
Oh,
I
no.
binged it.
Come on, Jason. What's going on with Stephanie Goldberg?
She was murdered
What? What are you talking about? My God!
How long ago?
6 months ago.
Whoa.
Good Lord! I better get back there. This is shocking. Shocking.
You know what? You were saying that about your wife, and you have made no impetus to even stand up, let alone head to an exit.
well,
you
as
not-
you
you're-
explained, the door is locked.
And
I got a fight with vampires
your
coming up.
very broad shock leads me to believe this is not surprising to you.
What are you talking? How would you? Let's do it. Let's role play it.
Okay, great.
Your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend is dead.
Your girlfriend. I'm role playing you. I'm trying
Oh.
to see how you react.
Okay,
I'm
here we go, yeah.
In
Who am-
reality, or if I'm you?
What? No. And if you're you,
Okay.
Who am I?
who do you want to be? You could
You be Dustin.
Oh, okay, I'll be
right.
engineer. Who's Dustin going to be?
Dustin will be you.
Oh, okay, great. All right. So, do we need to
Dustin-
switch chairs?
No,
at
you
all,
guys
or
can
do
stay in
we-
the same chairs, but Dustin, keep in mind, you're a vampire now.
That swap doesn't change a lot about this.
What's
Okay,
up, hot
so I'm
dog?
Dustin.
Oh,
hey, wow.
Dustin just dropped a "What's up, hot dog?"
No,
Yep.
He's been waiting for it. All right, so what do we do in this here now?
I'm just gonna. He's telling me my reaction is unbelievable, and I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see from him. Well, how are you going to react?
Okay.
Your girlfriend is dead.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, what are you talking about?
Hey, man, I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much, Dustin.
I'm so sorry, man.
Apparently my girlfriend just...
Hey, man, can I take you to a punk show and take your mind off of it?
Okay, man. I was just sitting here doing the show, and the cowboy guy told me that my girlfriend died, and even though I was just saying earlier in the show that I was single, it's really freaking me out.
Hey, man,
Hey, Dustin, thank you so much. Scott, you're being a real fucking dick, man. You said nothing.
step in there, man.
Scott, you're
Don't
a
care.
fucking dick. Like, as always.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on, man.
Well, I don't.
I know
believe
we're
you would
improvising
react
right now,
that
but
way.
that's
Okay, versus what you did when
What
I
did
said
I
your
do?
girlfriend was dead. You went, what? What? That's crazy.
What? That's crazy. I gotta get back there.
Well, that's how a cowboy reacts when he finds out that his girlfriend is dead.
You keep it tight with emotions.
That's
you know?
precisely right.
Have
A
you ever-
cowboy
I've
is
heard that on Garrison
a
Keeler.
man of quiet courage. He is not a goddamn cowboy.
Pretty
Don't
sure.
Say it again.
He does a whole cowboy segment
Yeah, well,
with the clip clomping of the horse hooves
Yeah,
and
but
everything.
he's just-
those aren't real horse hooves.
Pretty sure they are.
Really?
No,
They're on the radio.
What's he use?
It's a lie. Well, he uses. They are horse hooves, but
When's
they've
the last
they've
time
been
you
cut
were
off
on a horse, Dalton?
Wait a minute. Are you trying to say that to make his horse hoof sounds,
Yeah.
he cuts the legs off of a horse
That's
and
precisely
bangs them
well.
together?
He doesn't, but his sound man does. That's how they do it. He
I
goes
believe
out
that
there.
sound man's name is Scott Foley.
I think
Radio
that's right.
Magic. Radio Magic.
They cut off
Foley,
all
Wait, Scott
four
Foley
of
from
the
the
feet.
unit?
Yep.
Wow. And from Felicity?
Yep.
Anyhow, that's what they do.
Do I have the right name, guy?
Yep, you do.
Okay, great.
Don't you worry about it.
Whew, that saves me having a Bing. I'm so sorry. Having to Google something, of course.
And then they bring out some cobblestones, and he get all four of the feet of the horse that he's cut off, and he just knocks them against the cobblestones. That's how they make that sound.
Wow.
Four cobblestones and 2 horse hooves.
No, he's got all 4 horse hooves. And
okay.
Usually about it.
Well, then how does he do it in
40
order?
or 50, 40 or 50 cobblestones.
Well, then why not just have a horse walk down cobblestones?
Because they're
And
city
record it
slickers.
one day.
They're city slickers.
Why don't they just press a tape recorder where they've recorded that sound?
I'm serious. When is the last time you were on a horse?
On a horse?
Yeah.
88, you say?
It would have been 1988. Out
Okay,
there
well, that is
riding
very
herd.
long. You're barely a cowboy at this point.
What are you
do
talking about?
Besides being a poet, what do you do for money?
Yeah.
Well, I do all sorts of different things for money. I have some girls, and I write books, of course.
Hang
And,
on. What do you mean I have some girls?
What does that mean? I have some
I
girls.
have some girls. What does that
do you
mean?
What does that mean?
I mean, what does that mean?
I have some girls.
You've been staying with
And I
Stephanie
write- I also
Goldberg,
write books.
who by all accounts is deceased at this point.
Yeah, I am shocked about that. Shocked. It's horrible now.
Okay, calm
You're
it
still
down.
smiling. You're still
Yeah,
smiling
from ear to
throughout,
ear.
throughout all of
Like
that
a Joker
that
grin.
woe.
Well, I choose to try to remember the good times.
Okay, so when you say
Even
I
in the
have
midst of my
some
grief.
girls,
Yeah, I have some girls. What?
so they're prostitutes?
With their girls. And if you want to spend some time with one, just give me a call. I can make that
And
happen.
they're in New York City.
Yep, they're in New York City.
What do they do there?
What do they do there?
Yeah.
All kinds of things. A lot of them is college students.
Any of them
over there at
uh,
NYU.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. And they're working girls for you?
I say, let's go out there over by the bridge, 34th Street.
So when you're out and you need some money, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever think to yourself, "Oh boy, in order to get some money, I
You need a little
should
walking around money.
bring out the girls."
I say I might have to bring out the girls.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Huh. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
sure.
Do you have
Bring
it?
out the girls.
I mean, I know you do this mainly in Manhattan.
Some of them are Rockettes.
I know you do this mainly in Manhattan, but do you have
Uh-huh.
any kind of holdings in any other part of the globe, like maybe perhaps on a boat anywhere, or?
Are you asking if I have any girls out on international waters so things can get a little more interesting out there?
Sure.
You
Maybe
bet I
off,
do.
the, coast,
I'm
off the
also-
coast of San Diego?
Also, I'm thinking because of your expertise with animals, you
Yeah.
might be doing shows that involve some of your girls and some animals.
You're damn right. You get some horses and some girls together on international waters, just about anything could happen. You do a thing, you hollow out a horse and put a girl in there.
Oh, boy.
You can
How
do it
does
on a
one-
boat.
What?
Can't do it on land.
You could, but it'd be illegal.
Huh?
How do you hollow out a horse? Go step by step. How do we do that?
Is that a Garrison Keeler kind of situation? Is that what's
Garrison
going on?
Keeler doesn't know how to hollow out a horse. Never
He
even
just cuts
tried
the
it.
legs
Is this
off
like
of them.
is this
That's
like the
right.
beginning of Empire where they cut the tauntaun open and hollow it out
All
so
those
Luke?
guts come out.
Yeah.
It's a lot like that. Except you get a girl in there
Oh, my gosh.
and she walks around.
This is so
This
eerily
guy's-
familiar to me.
Yeah. Hey, let me just say, I want to make one little point, okay? We are getting towards the end of the light here.
God damn, I gotta defend myself against 2 vampires.
But I do want to give you the opportunity. I think Jason and I
the
both
sun
want
really is going down. That's
It really
no kidding.
is.
It really is.
Yeah, we're doing this in real time.
Very beautiful.
Jason and I want to extend the opportunity to you.
All right.
If you do not want to battle us, the 3 of us,
I'm not afraid.
you may not be afraid, but maybe the most heroic thing to do is to surrender it at a certain point. And what we'd like to do is offer you the opportunity to commit suicide and turn the stake upon yourself, if you so wish.